Hi, it's Ralph and Lonnie, and we are going to look at the astrology for August 2025. So if you have your planetary calendar, you can follow along. And if you don't, go visit us at planetarycalendar.com. Ralph always has a little something to start us off for when we're starting a new month. We're starting with the first week of August 2025. So, Ralph, take it away.
This is a less complicated month than some of the ones we've had recently with all the big outer planets going on. This month, it's all inner planets. So be prepared to change your personal goals. It's not going to be stuff happening out in the world. It's going to be stuff happening in terms of our own perspective, our own approach to life. So be aware of that as you go along. The first week or so is a little wacky, but after that it smooths out. Once Mercury goes direct on the 11th, it will smooth out.
Well, that saves me from having to contradict your opening piece about the being a little bit of a calmer month. But there's a lot of aspects to the moon, and the personal planets are involved in that a lot, which makes it a social month and a personal month. But what else is going on with the moon is, because it's not making aspects out there to those large planets, there's long void of courses. So this is one of the months where we are glad that we invented the gray box, which is going to turn into that black outline box. And we're going to be looking at the 1st through the 9th, so you get a couple bonus days.
Exactly. Now, on the 1st, there's a bunch of squares going on. Sun, Moon, Venus, Saturn, Venus, Neptune on that first day. There is a trine between the Moon and Jupiter. So it's a good day for getting lots done, but you won't be able to coast. It's going to take real work to get that done.
All those squares.
Exactly. On the Saturday, it's a little smoother. On the Sunday is a white circle day. They got the Sun trine Moon. This is the one heading up towards the full moon. So it's good to move things along. And you have a wonderful lineup of aspects, lunar aspects going on. So it's a very positive Sunday. Definitely make sure you get out there, do socializing. Don't just watch TV all day.
But be prepared for a couple surprises, because that opposition to Uranus is still lurking there.
That's true.
And then the 4th, we were worried that people were going to say, what, did they just forget to do the 4th? And they gave us this blank box with no lunar aspects, no regular aspects.
I thought you were going to do the 4th.
I think that we, on one time when it happened in 2026, I think we actually wrote on here, no, we didn't forget. This is really, and it doesn't mean there's no aspects. It just means none of them are exact during the 24-hour period of that day. So look to the day before, look to the day after. Those things are still in effect depending on the aspect and the planets involved.
Now, the 5th is kind of relaxed, but once again, it's challenging aspects all to the moon. So realize that there may be a lot of personal interaction that's a little bit, it's going to take some work. Once again, squares make things happen. You can get stuff done, but it's going to take some work.
Well, but those challenges sometimes make you come up with compromises or new ideas. And, trines don't make things happen. It's the squares that make things happen.
And these are squares to Mars and Saturn, especially in opposition to Venus. So Mars and Saturn are the working planets. They're Mars is energy, Saturn is construction. So it's good to realize it's that type of energy.
Well, and talk about Mars and his energy. He's going to pack up his bag and move on over into Libra at 4:23 p.m. on the 6th.
Wednesday.
Now, we've got Wednesday, the 6th and the 7th both have gray boxes on them. That's because the void, of course, in Capricorn, not one of those blessed signs for a void, of course, starts at 10:30 a.m.-ish. So that's the whole day practically for the 6th. And then it does not change sign until 6:17 p.m. And of course, those times are Pacific Coast times. So we've got 2 solid back-to-back full days of void, of course. So don't plan your big decisions there. Don't plan, that important phone call. Don't plan those, because either you're going to space them or they're not going to go the way you expect.
Now realize Mars is going to stay in Libra until the 22nd of next month. Mars in Libra tends to have a bad rap because it's called the detriment position. really the way to think of it is as the family side. It's the place, Mars, when you're inside of a household, with your family, it's always about negotiation. It's like, help me with this, help me with that, or we're going to have to discuss this. What do you want to have for lunch? Okay, well, that's a whole discussion. Mars in Libra is very, very effective in the home life, which actually works out really well in this very personal month. As we said, it's a month that's really focused on the home life.
Well, and Mars can be pretty didactic. So if you dial him back a little bit in the sign of Libra, well, what do you want? Oh, well, what do you want? He may actually be more effective on a personal level that way, rather than an out in the world kind of way.
Now the void, of course, continues on through to the all the way through the 7th. But then you get a whole series of aspects that pick up late in the day. Okay, so the whole lineup is all in the evening going into the next day. So a lot of that's going to carry over into the next day.
And see how you can draw a picture from that, because when you see that the moon is void, of course, until 6/17, and we do have those aspects above the number in the order in which they happen,
left to right.
But we don't have the time that they happen. But you can surmise from looking at it that they can't even start until
late in the day.
Late in the day. Yeah. So interesting.
Now the 8th is real interesting, that Friday, because Mars is trining Uranus, which could be like good trouble, and Mars is opposing Saturn. So this is really a Friday you need to watch out, because those aspects they're gonna feed over onto the days before and after, because these are big planets. So realize there's a lot of challenging energy going on here, and a lot of unexpected happening because it's Uranus. Uranus is oftentimes about the unexpected, and Mars and Saturn can oftentimes be difficult.
And then we wind up with the full moon on Saturday the 9th.
Yes, exactly. And this full moon is at 16 degrees Aquarius. The sun will be at 16 degrees Leo. So if you have anything in that area, be aware that it's going to be setting off bells. It's also going to have Mars is going to be opposite Neptune on that day.
Adding to that other Mars challenges, and although Mars trine is above the line, why? Because we're adhering to our strict rule on that, but that could be challenging too.
Let me read what we actually said about the this full moon may be emotionally difficult, partly because of a Mars opposed to Saturn can put people at loggerheads with Jupiter at the star Sirius and so close to Venus. Find ways to finesse the issues by using your emotional intelligence. So that's pretty much it.
Loggerheads indeed.
Intelligence. We're going to ask your help for something. As you know, we finished our book, Reclaiming Astrology from the Patriarchy. You can find it right there, Planetary Calendar. As we're working on this, we're really getting an idea about whether or not it's accessible to people, whether or not people who are not astrologers will understand this. We've been practicing astrology for a good long time. It's hard for us to have that perspective, though we worked very hard to make the book very open for other people, because pretty much it works for anybody who knows their sign, which is almost everybody. We are forming what we call our book tribe, and you can go to planetarycalendar.com and you'll see at the top book/book tribe, and we're asking people to join our book tribe to have access to parts of the book that maybe we didn't use before, because we're planning 2 more books. We have one already underway, which is about practicing patriarchy-free astrology, and the other one is called The Stolen Zodiac, which is an expanded version of understanding why the zodiac was changed. And as we do that, we want other people's opinions.
So really, to help us know which way to go, what kind of information we need to fill in with to make it more accessible for everybody, you can be a part of it.
Exactly. So we'll make things accessible to that group through email. When you go to the page, if you would like to be part of our book tribe, just put your email in.
Just send us an email.
And we will respond and welcome you and
let you know about extra goodies that we might offer to you.
Exactly, because we value your opinion.
So come see us next time. You know where to go. Planetary Calendar Astrology on YouTube. And visit us at planetarycalendar.com if you didn't get your 2026 calendar. And we have books there too. you.